what would it take in order for us to change the advertising industry so we would be reimagining it for a thriving future. The better I did my job in driving growth, the more damage I caused from an environmental point of view. Like, what is it to be a leader at this time? But more deeply, what is it to be a good human at this time? In a climate emergency, it is getting catastrophically worse, so we do more good and perhaps do less harm. The people who we served, the people who buy the things that we're wanting to sell, the things that we advertise to, do not want it. And so that's why the Good Life 2030 Ireland project is so wonderful, because when we speak to people as citizens, then we realize that this new form of good life, this new alternative to what we've been selling up to now, is something that is desired by citizens. How can we create a different vision of what it is to live a good life? Irish citizens' visions of 2030 orientate towards a stronger self of interconnectedness and connection to self, others and nature. Within these themes, citizens emphasise a desire to slow down, strengthen community bonds and create a mutually beneficial relationship with the environment. Notably, these visions are of lifestyles that are not reliant on high carbon activities. The science says we need to change. The citizens say they want change. The industry says we need to do more. This is the first time, like, the senior leaders across the industry have come together to have a conversation about what needs to change. What can we do from where we stand?
I think we do feel helpless sometimes.
I'm here because I'm guilty. I'm feeling guilt. Like we've all made in the ad business to increasing consumption.
The kind of words that we came up with when we did a bit of strategic work was everything, everywhere, all at once.
I think the media industry has a huge and very responsible task ahead of it.
I don't think there's enough of the leaders really getting to grips with the younger generation.
With the intergenerational piece, that we're not all aligned on a core set of values.
And we're trying to sell them something else, you know. How did it go? How did we get it so wrong?
We need to take responsibility.
People are receiving, 3,000 commercial messages a day. So in totality, that is going to have an effect on people's perception of what is desirable and appropriate to the lives that they want to live.
We must be in a position to influence the clients. So we've done it in the case of cigarette advertising. We've done it in the case of, behavioural change, where we've stopped clients doing certain things. Can we not do the same in relation to the climate crisis as well?
I mean, we're in the middle of an industrial revolution and it needs to be green.
I think this idea of an intergenerational agreement on what the values we want to have as an industry, not only the citizens live a good life that they want, but perhaps the industry and the people within it, that we need to be more thoughtful about the actual clients that we take, and as well as thinking about the creative output on those clients.
I certainly know if we do this kind of work, I'll really struggle to get brilliant talent through the door. It truly is a big commercial decision.
Where does the line stop of taking our responsibility as communicators, doing it ethically? Because I think that's what we can do.
But it's worth it, because when you look your grandchildren in the eye, you'll be really, really proud of it.
I guess the question is, what would it take for the industry to help citizens live their good life, the good life?
I think we have the creative capability to do it. It's competing against all of the other noise that's about consumption, more consumption. Yeah. So we need something that sustains that message over time.
We do need to collaborate more, and it does need to come under an umbrella. Because everybody always says to me, well, what's the ask of government?
Go back to our clients as well, and go back to everyone. So we'll have done a lot of research from consumers' point of views on sustainability. They need to see somebody really taking leadership.
A beautiful story about what our industry is capable of doing. And when we reach our full potential, this is the impact we can have to drive the kind of climate action we need in Ireland. And the beautiful campaigns that will come through all of our industry. And replace the more harmful work.
It would be nice to do that in partnership with legislation. I think it's incredibly compelling. I think that's where, if we're going to deliver on the good life, it's super motivating for me, our team. But if we can do it with empowered by government, and I'm surprised, especially on this CSRD thing I was talking about, I'm surprised that there isn't more support.
But what I will say is without the government funding we've had from Creative Ireland, we wouldn't even be sitting around this table.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think what they've demonstrated so far is
There's a willingness.
there's a willingness. Thank you for your proposal. We'll throw a little bit of money at this and let's see what your industry can come back with.
We are the leaders we've been waiting for, which I think is a really beautiful description of what is possible. It's terrifying, but also if we're not going to do it, then who else?